channel that does nothing. I'm Jam, and let's get to it. So today we're diving on into the art of books tag, so let's go. Question number 1 in this tag is Colored Pencils, and that is a book that had complex layers to the plot. And I've decided to go with none other than More Than This, because throughout the entire thing you're just wondering what's going on, what's happening. Is this the afterlife? Is this like purgatory? What is this, the in-between? Like, what is going on? And honestly, all the answers that I had, which is what I've listed, what I thought was going on, was not even like close to what the actual like entire thing was like happening, what was happening in the entire thing. Honestly, that book was a mindfuck, and also a little bit disappointed in the end of that book, because I don't know what I wanted to happen, but what happened, I don't know if I like it or not. Question number 2 is Charcoal, and that is a story where the light and dark blended into each side, and I've got to go with Big Tree on this one. It's about 2 little seeds making their way through life. They do like lose things and get things, and it's just a bit of a sad but happy story. It was kind of like very beautifully told through like the pictures and through the story. But yeah, I really liked it. I wasn't expecting much from it in the beginning, because like I was more into like Brian's other stories that he's written, but I wasn't upset going into this one because I had zero expectation. But it's quite good. Not like one of his books I would normally reach for, but it's good. It's okay compared to the others. It's a bit hard to tell a story about seeds because they're not really people, and you don't really know what they're like, what's going to be like. Anyway, it was interesting to say the least. Number 3 in this tag is Pen and Ink, and that is your favorite series with the most volumes, and I have to pick the Percy Jackson series for this one, mainly because there is Percy Jackson and the Olympians, and then Percy Jackson, well, like, it's not even Percy Jackson, it's just Heroes of Olympus, but that one, yes, 100%, mainly because perfection in the first series, perfection in the second series, or what I think is perfection. I don't know, and I cannot say because I've not read the last one. I've not read Blood of Olympus. I got like a solid chunk, not even a solid chunk, like a little bit into it, and then I decided to give up on it because they threw my favorite character under the bus. He just went right on under there and sucked for some reason, unbeknownst to me. He met a female and his brain exploded. Same, but also I hate it. Question number 4 in this tag is Marker, and that is what book has been permanently drawn into your mind, and I have to pick Carnivalesque for this one because it's not even like the entire book, it's just like one specific moment of the book, and like it's quite clear that's where all the chaos came from. Like, it was such a hectic scene. I don't even know how to like begin to explain it. If you have read the book, you probably know the scene I'm talking about. It's like 2 people are like looking upon something, and someone else approaches, and you're like, this book is not what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a fun circus time, but that's like the first like couple chapters of the book, and then the fucking crazy takes over. Like, I have like a love-hate relationship, because I'm like, I like the crazy and the hecticness, but I'm also like, how and why and what? I have so many questions, and that book did not answer them at all. Question number 5 in this tag is Acrylic Paint, and that is a book with a vibrant cover or character. And I feel like I have to pick the Harry Potter books, or like the remaking of the Harry Potter books for this one, because it's so cute and pretty and I like it. Not necessarily like even the illustrated covers. I've got some really pretty books that have like the spine line up and it's Hogwarts, and they've got some really excellent covers too. Like, sometimes there's just like the trashy Harry Potter covers and you're like, why? Why did this happen? Also, like, the original Harry Potter covers are really pretty as well. Like, they did a really good job. But if we're going for trashiest things that have ever happened, Mortal Instruments for sure. Like, those covers, nothing can beat it. Like, they have tried to remake those covers. No, why would you? You already had perfection, why would you change? Number 6 in this tag is Watercolors, and that is what book had a transparent plot, and I have to pick Malice for this one, mainly because if you know anything about Sleeping Beauty, like the story of Sleeping Beauty, you can probably draw a lot of conclusions as to what will happen in that book. It's really fun and it's an interesting take on that story. So if you want a different taste or you're looking for like different retelling, because a lot out there is like Beauty and the Beast retellings, which we need to stop. We need to stop doing that, because why? Why is that the one that's always being retold? Probably because it's the easiest one and it's like the romance trope thing. But this one did a very good job of retelling Sleeping Beauty in a very gay way, I might say too. So if you're here for the queer and for the retelling of princess stories, sign up to Malice, but also be prepared for the heartache as well. I can't like confirm where the series ends because it's a duology and I've not read the second one. So proceed with caution. Number 7 in this tag is oil paint, and that is name a character you remember because they were so vividly described. And I feel like it's Voldemort. He is so creepy in the books, and you look at like the movie version of him and it's like, oh yeah, it's fine. He's scary dude. Like, don't get me wrong, he's a little bit scary in the movies, but not to the point of how he is described in the books. Like, there's a moment in the 4th one when you're reading like the illustrated one where you turn the page and like you just have these 2 red eyes staring at you. Scared the shit out of me when I first read it because I wasn't expecting it, because it's like the whole graveyard scene's playing out and you like flip it over thinking, oh yeah, it'll just be another graveyard scene, but it's not. And it scared the shit out of me, and I was a fully grown adult when I read that book, and I will admit I was fearful. It's the red eyes and like the teeths and like how he was meant to look. I'm glad he didn't look like that in the movies, because I would not watch them as much as I do, because he's a scary dude. Number 8 in this tag is digital paintings, and that is what is your favorite new release. And I feel like I have to pick Lore Olympus for this one, mainly because the art is so amazing, the story is amazing, and just yes on all fronts. But it's not even a new release. It kind of got released out onto the internet, and it's like the best thing ever. It's a very new take on like the Greek gods, and it's like a modern setting, and like it's just pretty. It's traumatic. It handles like all these serious matters really well, and somehow there is a love story in there too. It's like traumatic. There's some like bad things that happen, but like there's good things mixed in there too. It's a really interesting story that's like been woven together, and I have enjoyed every part of it, and I will continue to do so. But the author has recently released them out into the world in book form, which is why I've picked it as my favorite new release, because I'm counting it as a new release because it's coming to us in a different format rather than online, and I'm glad that they're getting like the money in from that, because they've told such a beautiful story, and I can't wait to see more from them. Number 9 in this tag is Canvas, and that is what book had the best original ideas, and I'm going to pick The Knife of Never Letting Go for this one, mainly because that is such an interesting premise. I would never think of something like that. That's so interesting, like hearing other people's thoughts always, or like just hearing men's thoughts. It's very interesting, and like the whole politics to the land and the way that the story plays out is just fantastic. It's like great and bad, like there's good bad things woven together, just like what I was saying previously, but it's so good. I loved every part of that. The first 2 books, my favorite. Last one kind of fell off the horse a bit for that one, didn't love it, but I really like the build up to like finding out all this stuff, and then the last one just punched me in the gut. I didn't know how to feel. Number 10 in this tag is Paper, and that is what book should have been scrap paper or reworded, and I'm going to pick Matched for this one because I feel like could have been so deep, but it was just, we just hung out at surface level, and I was like, this is not fun. Get deeper into the stuff. And maybe they do that in the other books, in like the sequels, but I'm just basing it off what I read in the first one, and I liked it. I wanted to like it so much more than what I did, but I feel like, yeah, we were just hanging out at surface level, just floating on by. I'm like, this is not a chill vibe. Get into the nitty gritty of it. I don't like it. Tell me more. and I feel like I need to read the others to see if they are just as surface level or if we go a little bit deeper into like the lore of the land and what's going on and, you know, a bit deeper, just to like a fraction. I need more than the two-dimensional things I was given. Anyway guys, that's all I've got for you today. Please like, subscribe because that's always nice, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!